Hey everyone, and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video, we will be talking about the Georgia Senate runoff, the race between incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock, who's running for re-election, his first full term in the Senate, first full 6-year term, and he's running against Republican Herschel Walker. So if you don't know him, all of you guys watching this video know that because no candidate reached over 50% in the state of Georgia, a runoff will be held on December 6th, which is in 4 days. So we got another kind of mini election night, which will be exciting. And we will watch the results in Georgia. And this race will be just between Warnock and Walker. So someone is forced to win over 50% unless there is an exact tie. That, of course, will not happen. And Democrats already are guaranteed a majority in the Senate. They already have 50 seats, okay? So before these elections, it was split 50-50, right? Republicans had 50, Democrats had 50. Kamala Harris, the vice president, the president of the Senate, is the tie-breaking vote. Therefore, Democrats have majority in the Senate currently. And Democrats have held on to Nevada, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. They have held on to Nevada and Arizona, and they have flipped the state of Pennsylvania. And that flip is huge because that gives them 50 seats. They don't even need Georgia. But if they win Georgia, they would gain a Senate seat. That is unheard of for a midterm elections, for a party in power, the party that is in power in the presidency. I'm not making sense, but you guys know what I mean. The party of the president they never gain seats in the Senate. The House is an exception because they lost many seats, and that always happens. But in the Senate, it was really unheard of, and it's really looking like Raphael Warnock will win in Georgia, and that they will win 51 seats, and that is what this video is about. If Republicans somehow win in the state of Georgia, it's split 50-50. Democrats still have majority, so basically Democrats are guaranteed majority. But, if Republicans had won Pennsylvania, then money would really be going into Georgia by the Democrats. Of course it is, but a lot of focus would be on Georgia because it would decide Senate control. So, Georgia would definitely be a main factor. But, of course, it is still a main factor. But with Democrats picking up Pennsylvania, it's 50-49, Walker versus Warnock in the state of Georgia. So, there was a new CNN poll that was just released, yesterday? Today, wow. That showed Warnock with a slight lead. I believe it was 2 or 3 points. 4 points, sorry. Which really isn't a slim lead. I don't know why they made the headline that. But Warnock is leading over Walker. And if we're looking at this, if we're looking at polling, all polling has showed Warnock ahead. Obama has come and campaigned for Warnock once again. And Walker just doesn't have this kind of heavyweight campaigning that Warnock has. Warnock is the incumbent. And besides, I should have pulled up the results, but besides, Warnock won, or he beat Walker, or he got more votes than Walker on election night, okay? Of course, he didn't reach 50%, but he got a substantial amount, more than Walker. And what did we see in 2020? We saw Ossoff and Warnock both have a slim lead over their Republican opponents, and both of them went on to win. So if we're looking at patterns here, this slight Warnock lead on election night is really, shaping up to be a Warnock victory by 2 or 3 points. I see this as a lean Warnock win. And looking at polling, this was election day polling in the state of Pennsylvania Senate. Fetterman won, they flipped the seat, Oz lost. The final Real Clear Politics average was Oz 47.2, Fetterman 46.8, Oz plus 0.4. John Fetterman won by 4.5. That is how off it was in a swing state like Pennsylvania. It was 4.9% off. Alright, Fetterman ended up winning. Let me close out this tab here. Going to the state of Nevada. This was Catherine Cortez Masto versus Adam Laxalt. Democrats held on to this seat. Catherine Cortez Masto hung on. Final RCP average. Laxalt 48.8, Masto 45.4. That's Laxalt plus 3.4. Cortez Masto won by 0.9. That is a 4.3. That's a 4.3% error, and they called that race incorrectly. And finally, the state of Arizona. The final RCP average on Election Day was Blake Masters, Republican, plus 0.3. Mark Kelly won by 4.9. That is a 5.2% error. That's huge in a swing state like Arizona. So my point is that polls always favor Democrats, right? They did in 2016, they did in 2018, they did in 2020. In 2022, it is the complete opposite. Polls favored Republicans in 2022. So if we're looking at a poll that shows Warnock leading this race, if it was Walker plus 1, if we're looking at these final polls that showed or that overestimated Republicans by 5, and we're seeing a Walker plus 1 poll, then I would say that Warnock would win by 4. But if we are seeing a Warnock plus 4 poll, Democrats are guaranteed a win in Georgia. I'm 100% confident that Raphael Warnock will hold on to a seat. Honestly, I could see a 5 to 6% margin for Warnock, but probably more like 4 to 5%. So that's my final prediction there. Warnock plus 4 to 5. So thank you all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Thank you again.